Yo, what is up, YouTube? I am back again, this time with a First Descendant video, a first of its kind, at least on this channel. But I thought I'd make it at least some hours in the game before I gave my thoughts on it, my top 10, because the new season is about to drop, and I put at least 500-ish hours into the game. And my thoughts are it's a really good game. It's a good grindy game. Reminds me of Warframe. They do have stuff they need to improve on, so that's why we're doing the top 10 video of what I would like to see come with future patches and future hot fixes, because I want this game to succeed just like everybody else, and I want it to be a good franchise, because I know Nexon. Ever since the Maple Story days back in 04 when they took over for Wizet. So I have a long-standing history with the company. Kind of know their practices and how they like to do their things, but for my top 10 list, it's kind of geared towards what I know that they can fix, because they've been doing well with their hot fixes as of late. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Charles. I go by Fate or Amaterasu, depending on what game you're playing. And I play video games, as you see. I do put a lot of hours into the games I play. And so I think I have a good critique of the top 10 list I would like to see to this game. With number 1 being, can we get module dismantling out in the world? Please and thank you. We have a whole dedicated outpost where we can change our descendant, put stuff in storage, take stuff from storage, level up weapons, level up reactors, everything you can almost do at Albion except for dismantle modules. Please, can we get that out in the world so that we ain't got to come back constantly? And we already got to come back to claim our stuff at the lady, right? Because we're doing our stuff here. But do we really have to come back and dismantle every time? Like, you ain't even got to put enhancement out in the world. Just put dismantle, please. Make it shit. Even make it an option you can do in your inventory. That would be awesome. Please and thank you. Shoot. Now we're on to number 2, though. As much as I love running over here and going to this, can you please allow me to enter it from the map? I don't always want to run over there. Can I just enter from the map, please? Click the dungeon, hold the enter, something, please? Because we can do it with the Colossus battle. I could go straight there and do it. I don't have to run to this guy every time I want to do a Colossus battle. Like, I don't. So why do I have to do it for the dungeons? Can I please have the option to do it from the menu? From my map? That would be amazing. Please and thank you. Which is on to my 3rd about dungeons. Can we get a daily dungeon double drop, please? Like, for 1 dungeon a day. Any dungeon would do. Just like you're about to do with these invasion dungeons. Can we get a double drop dungeon? One that drops double loot a day, and it could just be 1, so it'd be on normal and hard. So if you're target farming something like an Amphimorph and that dungeon double drops that day, you could farm that dungeon, get what you need, and it helps out the farm, helps out everybody, to be honest. And if it double drops not just the Amphimorph but gold, it's a good gold supplement while you're farming. And then that brings me to the less, as you can see she's doing right now, the less obvious stuff for my number 4 one is special character idol animations. All the characters do the same idol animation. None of them have like special character, like gives them personality animations. They all turn around, they all check their wrist, they peek behind them. Like, it's the same type for everybody almost. And I'd like a little bit of character to come out of my characters, you know? Not just everybody doing the special same idol animation over and over. Like, give me something different. Like, Brenna and Viessa literally just did the same animation back to back. Like, I get the backpack. That's fine. Backpack's fine. But every female character has to have the same turn, the same look back. The males with the same turn, same wrist look. Speaking of, that's another one I just would like to see. Just special character animations. Give my character some life. Like, look at her over there. She's jumping up and down, saying hello, come over here. She's not even a character yet. But she has special animations. She's not even a descendant that you see every day. That's not even yours. Like, if you spice that in, or spice a special animation in with the basic 3 that you got, that'd be great. I'd love to see that. Now let me get started on private sessions. If you have a private session going and you're out in the world and you invite a friend, it then turns it public. Why? Why is that? Can we not have that option? Can we have it stay private when we invite people to private sessions? That's the whole reason for it to be private, not for it to turn public when we invite friends. There's just a little quality of life updates that they could splice in for these things, and it would make the game exponentially better. Especially for the next one that I'm about to talk about. The green mission markers. Yo, can we do something about that? Like, you go past a mission marker, like let's say you're doing the bunny farm on Echo. When you're doing the laps and you run and you get to this little area right here and you kill everything in this cave, a green mission marker pops up right here. If you keep running forward and you don't touch that mission marker, it's not going to advance the mission, even though you've killed the monsters. Could we have that dismissed, please? Your if-then statements inside your game saying, if the monsters are cleared, proceed the mission. Do we have that option, please? Because there's some where you're doing a dungeon and you clear it, but you don't go touch that mission marker. You can't proceed. Why? It needs to be different, please. Can we have that quality of life update? I shouldn't have to run back to touch this mission marker because it's an inconvenience. Boom. Here's one. So, let us go into infiltrations. Let me click this. Oh, that's cool. I can get 12k gold, some experience, and these drops from this dungeon, right? Why is it that I'm gonna run over here because you have me run to the intercept ones anyways. So we're going to the intercepts. Why is it when I click here it doesn't have the same sort of option? I would like to see what the boss drops when it comes to their components and their modules when I'm looking at them, not just the linked amphimorphs, please. I would love to see that. You already have the option set up for your dungeons. Could you please put that here too? I would love to know what the Frostwalker drops besides going into my J menu, access info, external components, having to hit F to see, oh, the obstructor drops this. Well, why doesn't it just have a menu that says it right here, along with all of the red mods that it drops, with the possible gold and purple reactors that it drops? I would love that, please. That would be such an amazing additive to the game. It would clear everything up when people are looking for what they need to farm for. They don't have to go somewhere else to search for it. Yeah, it's convenient to have it right under where you're looking, but you have that in your dungeon options. Why don't you have it for your Colossi options? Like, you click it, you know, oh hey, look, I might get void charge here. Oh, I'll get the mid-air maneuvering. You have this option already right here. You can just copy paste. I know you can't just copy paste. You have to do all the coding behind the scenes. I've done development myself. I know the process. But please, if we get an option like that underneath the Colossus, that would be great. It'd make farming them like looking for modules that you want to farm for your character so much better than to have to go to the actual access menu. Which goes on to my next one. The private intercept battles. Can we get sliders for those? So that we can make it as hard as public 4-man matches? To test ourselves, to make ourselves better? I'd like to fight a 4-man without having to go into a public and the other 3 people quit on me, you know? I would like to do that challenge for myself instead of having my teams quit on me. But it also gives me a chance to test my build. Test whether I'm tanky enough. It's just a good option to be able to have a slider, to be able to make it harder for myself, just like we make dungeons harder for ourselves when we put the restrictions on ourselves. Like, I would like that option to do to myself in an intercept battle versus the intercept bosses that we can solo. That'd be dope. And that makes the harder aspect of this game of being a solo player more challenging, more fun for people who do like that challenge. Now, for my next want into the game in number, I believe, 9. More options, please, instead of just this filter all. I know that you're letting us target farm and it filters out and makes other things junk, but let's not make everything junk. Let's auto dismantle it instead. Like, if I'm not searching for it, I shouldn't have to come back into my menu to delete it. Like, if you're already gonna target farm it and junk it for me, dismantle it for me. There's no reason why I should have to come in here and do it myself when you can obviously auto junk everything in the first place, auto dismantle it too. I don't want it if I'm target farming something. Same for reactors. If I've target farming something, I shouldn't have to come in here to dismantle it. It's just unnecessary need onto the player that you can alleviate instead of all junk, all dismantle. And then for the weapons, do we have an option to where it just auto dismantles everything weapon proficiency 40? Because if we're not picking it up for 40, we already have one of that weapon and we don't want it anymore. Can we have an auto dismantle for weapon proficiency 40s? And then if we want to include all the other ones, we can. But that would be awesome to include an auto dismantle so that we aren't always coming in here to do this for ourselves. It gets repetitive. It interrupts the farming process. It's an inconvenience, some would say. And the last one. Could we get an option to hold the button faster for F2 and F, or whatever your pickup button is? Because holding down that button for 3 seconds or 2.5 seconds, however long it is ridiculous. Way too long in my opinion. But anyways, that was my introductory into the First Descendant. My top 10 list that I would like to see. I've put in 500 hours into the game. I love this game. I would love to see it succeed. I stream it every day. It's such a blast. But much love to everybody who's tuned into the video. If you stayed this long, like, subscribe, follow. I promise you, I bring the content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Latest.